Hey guys, Robert Maxwell with the Man Factory, and in this video I'll be giving you a review of my new barbell.
The bar I'll be reviewing here is the Rogue Ohio Power Bar. I bought it to replace the old cheap barbells that I got when I initially set up my home gym. Those were starting to bend and stay bent under the weight of heavy deadlifts and squats, so it was definitely time for an upgrade. The new bar arrived in this cylindrical cardboard sleeve, as barbells often do, and I was pretty excited as I started peeling back the plastic to reveal my first glimpse. I noticed right away the knurling was sharper, better for gripping than my old bars, and the barbell just had this smooth, well-engineered feel to it. That is something that's fairly new to me since I've spent most of my training years training with cheap barbells. I enjoyed sliding the plates onto the bar for the first time for a light squat workout because the ends of the unit had this finely ribbed surface to the metal, which produced an interesting noise that I wasn't used to. The central area of the bar has knurling. I specified that when I purchased it, picking a bar that had that feature because sometimes I like to do javelin press. And the two markings on the bar are at powerlifting specifications, 32 inches apart, as you see here, which is the legal maximum grip width for bench press. Compared to my old barbell, which you can see here, the knurling, as I said, was a lot sharper. Of course, this bar is beat up and the knurling has been smoothed down even from what it initially was, but even when the old bar was brand new, it didn't have knurling nearly this sharp. As I unracked the bar and started my first set of light deloaded squats, I noticed one thing right away. The surface of the bar on my back was rather painful. Now, in hindsight, this problem could have easily been solved if I'd worn a regular t-shirt instead of a sleeveless shirt, but I'm used to working out in sleeveless shirts with my old bar, and I've never had a problem, but because this knurling on the new Rogue bar is so sharp and new, it was actually quite painful even with the relatively light load of 185 pounds on my back. So, no squats in sleeveless shirts again with the new bar. Of course, I didn't want to let a lack of t-shirts stop me, so I continued squatting more sets with 185 pounds because, as I said, this was a deload workout for me. The knurling, although sharp and painful, certainly has a benefit compared to my old bars, especially in the low bar squat position, which I'm using here. And that is that I found it stayed on my back more easily. It has more grip to it, as you'd expect with sharper knurling, and less propensity to slide around a little bit up or down on my back. I never had a serious problem with that with the old bars, but this bar just felt more secure, more locked into place on my back as I squatted because of that sharper knurling. After several sets of squats, I felt a fair bit of pain and there was some abrasion on the center of my back, right around this area. But as I mentioned, that can easily be solved by wearing a t-shirt next session. The area did eventually scab over a little bit, as you see here, but nothing a t-shirt can't fix. The collars of the bar are exceptionally well engineered. The bearing surface is brass, as you can see, and there are very tight tolerances in the machining of the moving parts. Compared to my old barbell, which has a plastic bearing surface and had quite loose tolerances, particularly after all the times it had been picked up and dropped. This really was a breath of fresh air as I performed this final set with 225 with the new bar. I noticed throughout the workout, although it was fairly lightweight for me, that the shaking and rattling noise that the old barbells would give as I came up to finish a rep of squats just wasn't there with the new bar because of those tight tolerances and the superior machining of the Rogue product. In conclusion, I'm sure I'll gain more insights about the quality of this barbell as I use it for future heavier workouts, but I'm not worried about how it'll perform under heavier loads because it's rated to 205,000 psi in its tensile strength, which, if you've done any research on barbells, is the measurement system that's used. Adding a weight limit to a barbell doesn't actually make sense. Tensile strength in pounds per square inch is the logical way to measure their strength.
that's the video, folks. Hope you found it helpful and informative for making purchasing decisions for your own barbell next time you need one. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel and like the video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.